Welcome to week 6, our final week. And welcome, Nicky.
Hi, Prashan.
So now we've saved the best for last, and this week we're talking about macros. So Nicky, what exactly is a macro?
Well, a macro is a small program, but it allows us to automate repetitive procedures in Excel. And this can not only speed things up and save us hours, but it can also reduce human error.
So you mentioned small programs. Does that mean our learners now have to become programmers?
No, fortunately not. Excel provides us with the facility to actually record things that we do in Excel and create recorded macros. And that's what we're going to be looking at.
So Excel effectively writes the program for us.
Exactly right. Each step we perform in Excel is recorded as a line of code in a language called VBA, or Visual Basic for Applications. And this code is then stored in a module within the workbook.
So what if I make a mistake, I want to change something or edit something in VBA? Can we do that?
Absolutely. And one of the things we'll be looking at how to do in the practice videos is open up the Visual Basic editor and make some small modifications to our macros.
So macros, can that help me importing charts or importing data into Excel?
Absolutely. In fact, those are really good examples of exactly the kind of thing you can do with a macro.
What if I have lots of workbooks that I'm working with, or I want to import a chart from an Excel file into a PowerPoint file?
Can you do that with a macro? Well, the short answer is yes, but once the task gets really complex, it can't necessarily be recorded. So the minute you go out of the Excel application, you're not going to be able to record yourself doing it in Excel because you're not in Excel. There, what you may need to start looking at is actually writing the code itself. And that's getting into a level of complexity that we're not going to be covering in this course, but we're going to give our learners a good grounding in how the code works, so if they decide they need to go that extra step, they will be able to.
So for our learners, any downsides for using macros they need to be aware of?
Well, macros are brilliant, but at the same time, we need to be careful not to reinvent the wheel. Excel already offers us heaps of automation facilities. So we have templates, we have tables, we have hyperlinks for navigating. We don't want to try and improve on what Excel has done with our macros because chances are we won't. Rather use macros for those very specialized tasks that Excel can't do for us. The other thing is it's very important that we deal with the complexity layer that macros introduce. So they must be properly documented, and you must ensure that somebody else in the organization can also maintain and, if necessary, edit that macro.
Sounds great. Thank you, Nicky. We've got some great practice videos coming up for you. Download the Excel workbooks so that you can work alongside us step by step. And when you're done with those, come back and practice them again, because practice makes permanent. Check out this week's toolbox, as well as this week's great ninja tip. And don't forget the practice challenge. You'll get a chance to practice your Excel skills in a totally different context to increase your confidence. Now, it's over to you.